My name is Derek, and this is the 2019 Sea-Doo Fish Pro. This is based off the GTX 155. It does not have the supercharger, all that stuff, turbo into it, so it's great for fuel mileage. I went out offshore in it all day. I burned 9 gallons of fuel. Granted, I was still in economy mode, which only limits you to about 32, 33 miles an hour. Slow takeoff, but it was perfect for fuel economy. When I was fishing, I was on this seat right here, and this is a 3-seater, but it's a little bit higher in elevation to keep you up off the water, to see better, and to sit down easily with this angled gun rail with your feet. I was sitting sideways, sitting up here was real comfortable. All these positions, it was great for fishing. I was catching red snapper offshore, throwing them right into this cooler, which is 13.5 gallons. Very deep cooler. It's got a double click, so I didn't have to worry about it. One more click. There you go. Held ice perfectly. Fishing rods stayed fine. The only issue I had was I had this cooler set up on the link system in the very rear, and I had my cooler with my drinks and food. And I was constantly getting over my cooler to get to my bait, because I was grabbing bait more than I was anything else. So I'm going to swap that around next time when I go back out and leave the cooler right there where it's close by. Now, I had a boat in the past, and I would walk over to the front of the boat, grab my rod, walk to the back of the boat, grab the bait, walk and grab, just everything was on the boat. It's 23 foot long. Here, everything is right here in my arm's reach. I can even lay down on it if I want to. It's very comfortable. Let's see, what else? The front storage. This thing is a massive front storage. Now, I have a little bit of a disorder called obsessive compulsive disorder, and I really search and I look and I find everything I possibly can about a system before I purchase it. I like this because the Yamaha, I always have to lean over and open it up. Right here, 2 clicks, and my front storage is right here. I can easily reach. It's 26.5 gallons or something like that of storage space. Goes all the way to the bottom. Lots of storage. With this design, it was easy for me to get in and out of. I put my phone in here. I put my other necessities in here too, my knife and everything else. Let's see, what else was there? The storage space. The whole design was made for deep water or rough water. It's got a deep V hole, so it cut through the waves perfectly. The waves are maybe about 3 foot when I was offshore. Inshore, the waves were about the same, and but smaller in seconds. So it was rough for what you would call rough water, but this thing, smooth, was so long, went right across them, no problem. I had a great time. The link system I really enjoyed because I didn't have to build my own rack. I have everything right here on this cooler. I take the cooler off, go clean my fish, spray off my line, spray off all my poles with the water, and clean it all up. I got this from Kent Power Sports. Kent Power Sports is in Selma. The salesman, his name was Chris. Great guy. He sold me this thing. I wasn't expecting to buy it that day because I thought it was coming out January 2019 in Texas. This was on the 18-wheeler whenever I pulled up. Didn't know it was on there. I told him I was looking for it. He says, we got 2 of them. So I went and I bought one. He said I bought the first one. He hooked me up with a guy named Cosmo in service. He took care of me, told me everything that I needed to know about the service plan on this, and I went ahead and bought the service plan. I went to Heather for the financing. It was in-house financing, and she was really good, fast talker. You got to listen to her. And she was very nice, and she helped me with the financing, but she also had an insurance agency inside of the dealership. So everything was right there for me, and it was easy. It wasn't like a car salesman dealership that you go to and they try and swindle you. They were nice, straight, to the point. I loved them. After I bought this, I told them I was going to do the review, which I did, and I love the system. I love everything about it, but the publications and the advertisements for this system from BRP and Sea-Doo show this Garmin EchoMat Plus with the side scan and the down scan imaging. In the photos, you can actually see the imaging. I contacted them. They said that it was a dealer issue. I contacted the dealer, and of course the dealer was right. It is a manufacturer issue. They're the ones who sent out the publications. They're the ones who are trying to advertise and sell this. It is not correct. All it has is the basic sonar and the basic mapping. It has no down scan or side view. So that's an issue, and I contacted them. Sea-Doo has not contacted me back at all. No reply whatsoever. BRP did contact me, and they told me that it was a dealer issue. So I'm hoping something's going to get changed, because one of the reasons why my obsessive compulsive disorder bought this thing was because of the side view and down scan imaging on this. Everything else, though, is wonderful. I can take the cooler off, I can ski behind it if I want to, but I'm not, because I fish saltwater mostly. And that's about it. The only thing I have left would be the stereo system that I added to it, which was rocking. So I thank you very much. Y'all have a good day.